Okay, page 31. I brought my light this time, see if that helps.
Like, did you bring your Harvest Festival?
I brought a new black pen.
Okay, yeah.
So hopefully it's gonna show up good. I think it will. Yes, Harvest Festival. You haven't been here for talking about that, right? And you're gonna sell something, I think, right? Your mom said you were going
I
to.
don't even know.
I think you are. You should check with her though.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Or with games, that we have games and then we've got lots of places you can help.
I know, I remember telling my mom to sell something, but I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I know you know how to make slime,
Yes.
but it might be, you could do other things too. Anyway, page 31. Talking about a new opener. You guys know about
Oh,
openers.
subject of I know that.
Mhm. Openers for Shavi and Lily. I know you guys are new to that, but it's good to start sentences differently every time. It makes your writing a lot more interesting to read. And so we're going to start by learning the openers in the grammar book, and then we're going to start practicing using them in our writing. The first opener you're going to learn is the subject opener, a number one, and they all have a number that goes with it. So the number one subject opener is a sentence that begins with the subject.
Oh,
of the
I
sentence. Yeah. Sometimes an article or an adjective will come before the subject, but the sentence is still a number one subject opener.
And sometimes it can be like on like number three prepositional opener. Number two,
Don't
ly
confuse
opener.
them though. This is the first one is number one.
Number two, ly opener.
I think number two is prepositional. And
then
then
oh yeah,
three
it's
is ly. And then four,
No, I don't think we went to four.
we didn't do four, did we? We will this year. I'll keep it a surprise. Look at the two examples right here. Robin spotted a deer in the field. Obviously, Robin is the subject, so that's a subject opener. Well, go ahead, Shavi. The other example says the swift deer leaped into the forest. So even though it starts with the, and then we have the adjective swift, subject is next. So that's still considered a subject opener, even though it's not the very, very first word. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm still going to label it with a number one in this book. Yes, here it is, number two. Prepositional opener is right there. So you guys already know about prepositional phrases. So basically a prepositional opener starts with a prepositional phrase. So you're going to mark these with a number two. And it's a sentence that begins with a prepositional phrase. The first word in the sentence must be a preposition. So look at the three examples here. They mark it with the number two. Along is actually a preposition. If you forget, I think we marked that page.
Wait, what page is it?
This is page 31. Am I on the right page? You guys on this page?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, but like what page is the preposition?
I think we marked it. Is it this page?
No, that's
Oh, I have it marked.
because this is my new book.
Oh, it's the very last page. 198.
Of prepositionals?
Like the very, very last page, like way back there. Right here. So you can put a post-it on that page if you want. Or just know it's the last page of your book. Along is a preposition. Along the road is a prepositional phrase, so that's a number two opener. Along the road, Robin walked quickly. Here's a longer prepositional phrase. Along the narrow and winding road, Robin walked quickly. And then this one is two in a row. Along the narrow and winding road toward Nottingham, Robin walked quickly. There are some comma rules, and you're going to notice that in those examples right there. The rule is if a prepositional opener has 5 or more words, then you use a comma. If it's less than 5, you don't need a comma. But if it's 2 in a row, you follow with a comma. Does that make sense? So like the first one is just along the road, which is 3. So you don't need a comma there, but the next one's longer. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Along the narrow and winding road, that's why they have a comma, because it's more than 5. And then 2 in a row, comma. All right, any questions about number 1 or number 2 openers? All right, you're professional now.
Can I send that?
Not yet, we're not there yet. Okay. Adverbs, this is page 32. They modify, they usually have ly, right? We know about those. They modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. An adverb tells how, when, where, why, or to what extent. In week 5, you learned that an adverb often ends in ly. However, many adverbs do not end in ly. Just when you thought you knew them all, you don't. Some common examples include very, together, never, and soon. Those are all considered adverbs, even though they don't have ly. So Robin usually had his bow with him. That's an easy one, ly. Robin always had his bow with him. The adverb always, it tells when. That's how you know it's an adverb. Robin did not have his bow with him. So the words yes, no, not, and to also function as adverbs. When you see them, you're going to label them ADV. Okay. So there's
already do that.
yeah, but these are, we've always talked about ly, but
Yeah.
these are like words that don't have ly that are still adverbs. Yeah. So down here at the bottom, look at the example. Robin was very confident as he carefully aimed at the deer. Well, carefully is obvious. That's has ly, but very, that's now an adverb. How confident was he? Very confident. Yeah. So it's still going to answer those questions: how, when, where, why, and to what extent. Okay.
Can I
Everybody
this
seems
one?
tired today.
Can I help this one?
Yeah, you can. If that helps you, yes.
I'm still tired from the airport for some reason. I'm like,
I think everybody's tired in here. And it's getting dark outside, so it feels like nap time. No napping. Wake up. Who wants to read? Okay, Micah.
In anger, the forester impulsively sprang to his feet, grabbed the coat, and shot his arrow in the mouth.
Okay, it's getting dramatic here. Pretty dramatic. Impulsively. Do you know what that means? Impulsively? If you do something impulsive. Oh, say that again. Yeah. Is that what you were gonna say?
impulsive?
She's like, yeah,
It's
that.
It's I tend to be.
And then I don't know if it's always aggressively, but it's
It's just.
It's almost
when
like
you
a
don't think all the way.
reaction to something, right? Impulsively.
Strong emotion, strong.
Like if you're outside and your friends are playing soccer and they kick the ball and you know it's coming at you, you're gonna impulsively like block your face, right? Because you don't want it to hit your face. It's like instinct, exactly. All right, check that. 2 articles, go ahead and find those by yourself.
Can I do them?
Yes, yes, you can. So we have that and what are the nouns? Oh, there's 6.
Last time there was 8, and I had to go.
That's right.
Forester,
Yes,
feet,
yes,
bow,
yes,
arrow,
yes,
robin.
yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it anchor?
It is it anger? Hold on, let me check. I think it is because it's in angered. I think you're right. It is. It is angered because sometimes that can be an adjective. Remember how sometimes words change their function depending on how it's used? In is a preposition, so in angered, that makes it a noun. You're right. Very good. How about Shavi? What about the adjectives? His, good. And his, yeah. How about the adverb, Lily? No, that's gonna be a verb. So this one, normally they end in ly. That's your big clue, ly. Impulsively, yes. That one is ly, but sometimes, like we just read in our lesson, sometimes it doesn't have ly, so watch out for that in your homework. How about Elise, coordinating conjunction? And that's easy one. That's fanboys, right?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to do the prepositional phrases?
I always do.
Micah knows. No, too far, just in anger. Remember, it stops on the first noun. In anger,
To his feet.
to his feet, good.
Robin.
At Robin, good, they're short, they're little ones. That's funny.
Wait, can I do this?
Zuli, I'm gonna have Zuli did. Subject verb pair. Who's the
Okay.
subject?
Forester.
Forrester's the subject.
Spring,
Yes,
grass.
yes,
Shot.
good. That's it.
And then open.
He did 3 things. He sprang, he grabbed, and he shot.
Can I do the ooh? I know the open.
Let's have Miller do the opener.
Number 2.
Number 2, which is what?
Proposition.
Preposition. A proposition is what's on the ballot. They sound the same though. Preposition is a type of word. Oh, you had to take it in there? Oh, because you already did it? Oh, okay.
The writing Juliana.
I didn't write it yet. I didn't write it.
Check. Okay.
Yes.
Capitals, you know what to do there.
What are they?
Robin. Commas. Who knows what the comma rules are gonna be? Okay, Micah, go for it.
So, in between feet and that,
Yes. And
ball in between ball and in.
yes, good, because it's 3 things he does, right? He sprang to his feet, grabbed his bow, and shot the arrow. If it was just 2 things, we wouldn't need a comma. And then a period at the end.
Juliana.
She's doing.
No.
I'm just gonna put it down.
No.
All right,
There.
done with that.
Yay!
Yay! All right, you guys wrote about oh, this is US history, yes. Looking at the wrong thing here for a second. You wrote about the
Ambush.
ambush in the wilderness. Yes, I have time for 2. If anybody wants to read.
I didn't bring mine. I forgot.
2. Oh, we just have 2 volunteers? Okay, so that works out. You guys can read it. Do you have them with you?
No, yes. I was gonna type it, but I didn't.
That's all right.
Well, yeah, I was typing, but I couldn't do this.
This is the other one I said.
I finished the sentence.
This time I remembered all the clues.
All right. Ambush in the wilderness. This time, let's see what your
Wait,
checklist
did I
had.
forget something? in
You had LY and who which. Did you remember both of those? And did you remember to make a new title?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And
you're good.
vocabulary.
Yes, 2 vocabulary.
Yes, in each.
Okay, so go ahead and stand by the flag.
Wait, no, I can go first. I'm still putting, what were the vocabulary?
Did you forget to use the vocabulary?
I just need to know what it was.
Well, it's on page 322, so like at the back of your history books. And this was lesson 5.
You drew to 22.
So 322.
I don't need to look there, I can look at my card.
You can look at your cards. It's lesson 5.
Oh, I actually used the other painting.
Oh, you did? Okay. Try to use the same lesson that goes with what we just read. Well,
Can
you're,
I fix it when I get?
yeah, you can totally fix it. Lesson 5 was animosity, adroitly, onrush, and warily.
No. Six.
Now we're on lesson 6 of this. Are you ready, Miller?
Yep.
You guys stand up though by the flag there. All right. Everybody look at Miller. No faces though. Okay, whenever you're ready.
It was summer of 1775. It was hot, but the forest seemed awfully dark. The British army went on, led by General Braddock, who was extremely wary and brave. He was well trained in open fields, but not in the muddy forests. However, George Washington knew about the forests, and therefore knew about the French and Indians' tactics. Since he spent time with them in battles, the British. Since he spent time with them in battles, the British objective was to mercilessly capture the place called Fort
Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Mhm.
The French.
How I say it.
The French were building a fort, which the British couldn't directly invade them. The British believed that the land belonged to them, but the French believed otherwise. One day, the British soldiers were just 10 miles away. One day, the British soldiers were just 10 miles away from the French camp. They hoped for a quick win. Suddenly, shouts rang. The French, Indians, and British clashed fiercely, and even killed General Braddock. Soldiers panicked uncontrollably. After the death of Braddock, George Washington took control. Sadly, 2 horses were shot under him, but he had to move on. As he was leading men to safety, he got shot by 2 musket balls and numerous arrows flew right past him. He still went on and warily led men to safety. George Washington was the hero of the French and Indian War.
Nice, yes. Very good. It's still crazy to me that he got shot at that many times and I mean,
Wait,
like
yeah,
it
so
barely missed him. Like,
Oh,
it like hit his coat, like.
yeah, it went like right through his coat.
Yeah, so it was that close. He could have died so many times. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
You wanna do it? Okay. Nice job, Nor. I like it.
They added my little last minute.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
The long-lasting war. On a hot day in 1755, the British were led by a man who was named General Edward Braddock. He was a trained, experienced officer. However, he has been trained how do you say that? Adroitly?
Oh, adroitly, yeah.
Adroitly
There you go.
in England, not the grounds of America. But he did know a little about it. Luckily, alongside him was a man named George Washington. He knew about the Indians and the terrain of the land really well. The British wanted to capture Fort Duquesne, which was built to keep the British out. The land is valuable because it had multiple rivers. They started their ambush railroad. The soldiers were 10 miles away. They were hoping for a quick victory, but suddenly there was yelling, shooting, and shouting. Eventually, General Edward hit. Washington had to take over. He survived bullets and arrows. With 2 horses, Washington led many to safety, making himself a hero. The ambush was a war that lasted from 1754 to 54
I think it's 54.
to 1760.
Nice, very good. And good job putting in the vocabulary too. Yeah, I think it was 754, right? Let me look back. Yep, 54 to 63. Nice. All right, we're gonna move on to the next lesson. So I want you to go to page 52
Can I read
first.
it?
Yes, let's wait till everybody gets there, but go to page 52 and at the bottom, there's some historical information. And then I do have another video to show you. I like the videos because you know me, I'm a visual person. It helps me remember how it went.
I read
So,
it.
page 52, actually. 52, you guys there? Okay. Okay, 52. Yeah, don't read the main story. Just read this paragraph down here, the historical information first.
I got the video.
This first,
Okay.
and then the video.
The French and Indian War had been expensive from Britain. In order to recover the cost, the King of England placed many.
Oh, hey, come on in. Hi, Jana. We're on page 52 in the history book. Okay, you can keep going. Resentful,
Because America did not have any representation in the British Parliament.
There you
In
go.
addition, some colonists did not want to be ruled by a king so far away. To keep along, rather the king sent soldiers to America. The colonists did not like it that either. The following story takes place when
Tensions.
tensions were rising between the French soldiers, the redcoats, and the colonists.
Okay, so the redcoats represent the British soldiers. And remember last week we talked about General Braddock, and remember when we watched the video, it talked about the money that he spent, and there was like money in the back. And he spent a lot of money on the war with all the weapons and the ammo and just all the supplies they needed for the war and the people. And so then he died. So then King George of Britain, he's now needing that money back. Like they spent a lot of money and the whole country was in debt. So they started taxing Americans to pay back Great Britain. That's not fair, right? It's their decision. They spent the money on the war, but they're expecting the Americans to pay them back for that. So I'm going to show you a little video that's going to kind of summarize that for us. Let me share this first. And then we'll read the actual story here. 3. Yep.
The road to the American Revolution took a dramatic turn on March 5th, 1770. Newspapers across the American colonies labeled it a massacre. A British officer claimed that colonists had a malicious temper and had attacked with vengeance. The real story lies somewhere in between, but nevertheless, was a pivotal moment in the lead-up to the Revolutionary War. We call the event the Boston Massacre. Does it live up to its name? That's for you to decide. By 1770, a series of acts and taxes had led to rising frustration amongst the American colonists. They saw the taxes imposed by the Sugar Act, Stamp Act, Quartering Act, Declaratory Act, and Townshend Acts as a direct violation of their rights as British citizens. The colonists claimed that they were being forced to pay taxes without any representation in British Parliament. A common rallying cry became, "No taxation without representation." By 1770, that rallying cry was growing closer to a battle cry. British soldiers had been occupying the city of Boston since 1768 in an effort to exert control over the American colonies. It didn't go over well. Instead of controlling the colonists, the military presence caused the relationship between the colonies and Great Britain to worsen further. Angry mobs were frequent sights on the streets of Boston, and tensions were higher than ever. On March 5th, 1770, a young man named Edward Garrick walked past the customs house on King Street. He got into a verbal fight with Private Hugh White, who was stationed outside. The harsh words turned physical when the private hit Edward Garrick on the side of his head with a musket. Word spread, and soon an angry mob gathered outside the customs house. British reinforcements were called, and 8 soldiers stood their ground against a mob of over 300 people who were tired of the soldiers trying to quell a spirit of liberty in the colonies. The colonists began throwing snowballs and rocks while hurling insults at the soldiers. They dared the soldiers to fire their weapons into the crowd. In response, the British soldiers loaded their weapons. The colonists continued to launch rocks, pieces of wood, and swore at the soldiers. At one point, a club was thrown from the crowd and hit one of the British soldiers. He fell to the ground. A volley of musket fire from the British soldiers quickly followed. The first man killed was a former slave named Crispus Attucks. 4 more men were killed and 6 others were wounded. The crowd disappeared and quickly spread word of the massacre on the streets of Boston, Massachusetts. The next day, 8 soldiers and their commander, Captain Thomas Preston, were arrested and charged with murder. A patriot named John Adams agreed to defend the soldiers in court and promised them a fair trial. Adams was a talented lawyer, and the American public was shocked when the verdict was read. 2 soldiers were found guilty of manslaughter, and 6 others were found not guilty. Despite the verdict, news of the event spread like wildfire around the colonies after Paul Revere made an engraving of the fight. Its title? The Bloody Massacre. The Bloody Massacre became a defining moment in the road to the Revolution. The colonies in Great Britain were careening headlong into a much bigger and much more deadly conflict. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the like.
It's, when we talk about American history, there's a lot of battles and a lot of wars and a lot of killing and a lot of dying and a lot of blood and even horses getting involved and dogs.
horses.
I know, it's terrible. Yeah, because they can move faster on horses, but when the weapons that they used back then weren't as precise as the weapons that or guns, I should say. So, oh, but when they shot at them, sometimes they would miss, but hit an animal or something. It was sad. It was like really tragic, and that's something important for you guys to remember about America's history. That's why feed the dog. Yeah, that's right. Clean up after the dog, right? Anyway, that's why when we have like Veterans Day and we have like Independence Day, we're thankful for the people who fought for us, because we're not necessarily in war right now, especially here in Tehachapi. We get to go to school and get to do all the things you guys do and not be at war. Well, politics is another story.
Yeah.
But there is a lot that going on in politics for sure. Anyway, let's go to page 53. Actually, just kidding. 54. Is that where the actual story is?
Yes.
Okay, 54. We'll go to 54. Does anybody feel like reading that? Yeah. And these? Oh, and Miller? How about half and half? How about Miller, you do the first 2 and Elise, you do the second 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an unusually cold night in Boston. The year was 1770. Private Hugh White was standing guard in King Street. He was a British soldier, a redcoat. At the moment, all was quiet, but Private White was dangerous. Many colonists who were out that night were patriots. They were angry at King George for the unfair laws and taxes. They resented his soldiers being there, as they had been stirring up trouble all over. Private White nervously watched the streets. It wasn't long before a group of young patriots saw some redcoats. A teen among them hurled insults at an officer. Private White insisted that the boy be more respectful to the officer, but the teen only threw out more insults. White eventually became so angry that he struck the boy in the face with the butt of his gun. The boy gathered his fellow patriots and they rushed at White, yelling, "Kill him! Kill him!" White called for backup.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Captain, uh-huh,
Captain Preston
yeah, Preston.
rode over him with several soldiers. The addition redcoats angered the mob more. The Patriots began throwing ice chunks, sticks, and stones. Despite
They actually
they
spit,
at the soldiers. They dared the soldiers to fire. Things were out of control. Eventually, a redcoat was hit and knocked over by a chunk of ice, which caused his musket to fire. The mob pressed in more, and some soldiers panicked. They fired into the crowd. Several colonists were hit. 5 of the men who were hit died. More trouble was sure to follow this bloody event.
Yeah, and we heard in the video that it went on into court and 2 of them were convicted of manslaughter. I don't know if you've heard of that before. Murder. Mhm. Yes. Yeah. I know, I noticed that too. I think that they don't really know exactly because they didn't have cameras back then.
And it says.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. Well, I think it's the same because the guy got hit and they panicked over that because the crowd was already, you can imagine, they were yelling, they were throwing stuff. It was like escalating, you know what I mean by that? Like the tension, everybody was angry. And then when somebody got hit and he probably started bleeding and he fell to the ground, they started thinking, uh-oh, they're gonna start attacking more. And so they fired to protect themselves, but really it was a panic. Does that make sense? So it's kind of both. They were firing because somebody got hurt, and then it just kind of everybody was like every man for himself at that point because it was just getting crazy. So it was chaos, basically. All right. Go ahead and open up your book wide so you can see both the actual
Yes.
passage.
Like this, and like.
Oh, yeah, you have it. Yay. All right, so here we have the story sequence chart again. This is how we're gonna set this up for this week again. You're gonna have 3 paragraphs, starting with the characters and the setting like we did before. Well, it has parentheses, so that means it's optional. So no, you don't have to. All right, so yes, you can start and you can go ahead of me, but I'll kind of talk to you about it as we go through this. But if you already have an idea to get started, you may start it. But we're gonna start with the setting this time, right? What was the year? And 1770, where were they? 1770. Is know where they were? Boston. And did it talk about like what kind of a night it was?
Cold.
It was cold.
This is in March.
Okay. And it was nighttime.
Must have been snow.
Yeah, true. Yep. Boston, Massachusetts, that's the other side of the United States, away from California.
Oh.
So yeah, a lot colder there. They start having snow sooner than we do here, but good. So that kind of, and we're going to talk about how to set the scene like we did last time, where you can kind of give a visual on it was cold night, maybe it was foggy and they could see their breath, something like that, you know, to set the, almost like a movie, set the scene. Okay, and who is the first person we're talking about in this? Actually, it's Hugh. I know, it's a weird name. And he is a private. You know what a private is? In the military? No.
One of the highest levels of military.
Is it one of the highest or is it?
I think it's like the 4th highest.
Okay, because there's like
General's like the
lieutenant,
highest.
general, and then there's like
Lieutenant.
captain.
Yeah. Private, yeah.
I thought private was like one of the lower.
Can
ones.
you might be like together?
No, I think
Yeah.
it is one of the lowest. I think you're right.
I think,
After private is lieutenant. And
Okay.
lieutenant's like in the middle.
yeah, So he was a soldier, basically. So not the highest, yeah. So we could put PR for private and then his name, Hugh White.
Is King Street together?
Yes. That's what we were like.
Which one's
Well, it's not.
Oh,
one
yeah.
word, But it's a name.
the name of the street? Yeah, we can count that as one. Or that. And they said he was a soldier and a red coat. Remember, the red coat is the British. They're the ones in the red coat. So I'm gonna put red coat here. Now you guys can put it, how you want to put it. If you want to copy mine, I'm fine with that too. So either way. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that since I'm kind of out of the room anyway. What was that? Sounded like a gunshot. I know. Talking about gunshots.
Gunshots allowed.
It was in the distance. It's not anywhere close. It might have been a backfire, that sound
In a car.
in a car, yeah. Okay, what was he doing there? What was he?
Standing guard.
Standing guard. So he was guarding what? King Street.
Literally, yeah.
I'm gonna put that as the next one. You might have already mentioned that he was guarding King. I'm just gonna put King ST. And what was the feeling? Like, how was he feeling?
Like,
Nervous,
he was feeling anxious.
anxious? You know what that word means?
Yeah, it's like. I know it, it's just not.
Hard to explain, huh?
Like anxiety.
Anxiety, it is part of the word anxiety. So like,
It's like when you have. But like you see the building.
yeah,
Emotion also do with it.
with your thoughts. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And it's a little bit of fear, right? A little bit of
Worrying before it happens.
worrying before it happens. That's a good way to put it too. Anxious.
I just like took that home, because I have to.
Oh, and that talks about feelings, huh? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because it was what was happening right there. Yes, because King George was wanting to, you guys know about taxes a little bit, right? I'm sure you hear your parents always like, why do I gotta pay all these taxes?
Yeah.
I'm always paying California and the government.
Tax people.
No, my dad just says we need to move.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because California is like the worst state out of all 50 states as far as taxes.
Sometimes if my dad will just come. We need to move to Florida.
Yeah,
Florida is.
I agree with that.
Technically,
They get
yeah.
floods.
It's so nice here that we love the weather, we love Tehachapi, but
Poisons.
Tehachapi's so nice, because there's like little earthquakes,
Florida's not-
except for that one, dude. But there's like no,
the weather's always
Yeah.
nice, even when it snows.
yeah, no,
Right,
not usually.
no natural disasters.
On California's side, that's always has earthquakes. Florida side usually gets floods, and when it's rain, they get tornadoes.
Oh,
That's the natural place of America.
I've heard Arizona's nice and Nevada is nice.
Well, if a flash flood does hit us, I will most likely.
I'll be like
Uh-oh.
plants and tarantulas.
And then
I love swimming.
we already broke some. Arizona.
If me and Shaggy, that's when we move the whole country.
Japan.
If Mexico.
Private White was anxious. Many colonists who were out at night were patriots. They were angry at King George. Yes. Angry. Oh, so these are the colonists. Remember-
Isn't there 4 paragraphs here?
No, 3. Oh, there is 4 in the story, but we're only writing 3 because we're following this pattern. Remember the story sequence chart? And they were angry at King George. And I'm gonna put a $sign because that's why they were angry, right?
I put like a particular zero.
Mm.
That was like.
The Patriots. Who are the Patriots?
The Patriots were the people who were aliens out to the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was the Patriots sometimes.
Yeah. You're right. It does say that, well, actually, it says many colonists who were out at night were patriots. So,
Most are people, while patriots are like, they're different.
I'm thinking patriots were the ones that were originally in America. They're the Americans, right? And the colonists were the ones that came from Britain,
Yeah. That-
right? Because
You
they
can
kind of
also
came
call
together.
pilgrims.
Pilgrims, okay.
Wait, let's see.
Yeah,
So it said, I'm on the conflict or problem.
yeah.
It says, what does the main character mean? So on the Roman numeral 2, can I put it like, why they wanted respect from the world?
Yeah, well, you also need to talk about what was happening right before he wanted respect, right? Because you can start off by talking about how the boy insulted the officer. Or he insulted.
What does insulted mean?
Good question.
It's
Anybody
like
wanna
they-
explain that?
It's like,
Insulted,
it's
like it means like talking to someone
Like in
and
a-
being really mean, like cursing them.
oh,
Yeah,
it's like
Or saying something that bothers the other person.
different bad. meanings.
Like extreme though, not just
Extremely bad.
a mean statement, but yeah, it's
So,
like
to-
keep on going.
keep on going about it. Or making fun of them, like in a racist way, or just rude and disrespectful, but extremely.
Well, yeah, so technically the officer that they're talking about is in charge of the work.
Mm-hmm. Among them hurled insults. Yeah. We don't know who the officer is though, huh? Someone was
Yeah,
assigned,
it's in the opinion.
yeah, okay,
Oh, Captain Preston.
oh yeah,
Steve.
I'm just gonna put
Wait,
here, oh,
Mrs. C, could
yeah.
we use an ly after it as like for our paper?
yes. Yes. I'm putting the street was quiet now, like in the beginning, the street was quiet, but you could tell starting to escalate is the word. So there was a young boy who insulted the officer. So that's what I'm gonna start with here, Micah. And then White confronted the boy, right? He insisted that he be more respectful. And like Micah said, look at the questions inside the box next to it, and that'll help you know what to put in that part of the outline. He's demanding respect. He's saying, you need to be more respectful. You need to stop your. He's probably, yeah,
I
shenanigans.
think he's being kind to like, you need to stop, like being kind.
Oh, no, I think he was probably like
Be
firm,
angry?
like, yeah, you need to stop, like. Shut your mouth or whatever. Be quiet.
Yeah, soldiers are.
It'd probably
But,
be like me trying to tell my dad that there's something wrong with the car. And then even telling that
Oh, kind of.
If you know what you're
Kind
talking
of.
about, then you have a good argument to get back. You don't have any idea.
No, but you see that he'll be like, don't get smart with me.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden he's like,
Well, because the real problem was King George, right? So it wasn't really the colonists, but they just took it out on them. It'd be like, you know how our governor makes really bad laws? I don't know if you know that, but our governor makes really bad.
Yeah.
But somebody just coming to you because you live in California saying, yeah, see, it's not your fault. It's not you, it would be the governor that we're mad at. I was just using you as an example. Don't take it personally.
I did not fall. I didn't.
Yes, Micah.
So there's 4 paragraphs, there's only 3 outlines.
Yeah, that's what Miller was pointing out. So, we're looking at these things here as part of the story. Let me zoom out a little bit. So we're still only writing 3 paragraphs, but we're following his pattern. Does that make sense?
Can I 4?
Actually, you have to write 3. You have to follow the pattern. Remember the first paragraph, characters and setting.
Yeah, like.
This one's the conflict of the problem.
Space.
You're just gonna have to condense
Okay.
the story,
So
basically.
you know how you were talking about, you know how
Okay.
you know how you're talking about Kung Fu Panda last week?
Yeah.
We actually watched that movie. We watched the first and second one.
Which one do you like better?
Probably the first.
I like the first one too. I think that's the best one.
All of them.
I do. I think it's really good.
All of them.
The last one, does it go to 3 or 4?
Those are the ones?
It goes to 4.
4.
I think the third one was pretty good, but
The second one,
it wasn't as good.
third one, wasn't very good, but fourth one.
The only reason I like the second one is because it tells like his story.
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
second one. Oh yeah, about his
Second one
dad.
talks about, no, the
His
second
mom.
one talks about his mom's death, and the third one shows the return of his dad. And
So
then
his
Oh, the third?
mom died, his-
yeah, and then the fourth one is about him getting an apprentice. Case.
Oh,
He's a
that's right.
teacher.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't seen the fourth.
The first one is his life story going against the singer. I forgot his name.
Tai Long.
Yeah, it's Tai Long.
How long?
The second one's going against the which
Yeah.
shows the death of his mom. Third one shows against how
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the pie, and it showed that one shows how he found the rest of his
His dad.
his dad.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is with me when he has to get an apprentice after like defeating the son.
spiritual information.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? Too many. Okay, keep going on this. Remember that this is when he confronted and demanded respect, but how did the boy respond to that?
He just kept going more.
He kept throwing insults. In the video, it looked like they were throwing stuff and spitting. Or maybe that's later when the crowd comes in.
That's
That's
later.
later.
Oh, okay. So he was
Right.
more disrespected, but the teen only threw more insults, so he continued to insult. And then
Why does it say teen and then it says boy?
Because
Yeah.
teen and boy boy is in general to be young under the age of like 13.
I think a boy,
And then
yeah,
technically call it teen above 13.
No, a
Young-
teenager
no,
is
young-
technically 13.
No,
My
young
brother's a
adult,
teenager
young
now,
adult's
since he
like-
just turned 13.
And then young adult can be technically 18. Then elder. There's different names for it.
I'm gonna put a face.
That's
and
what
a
I
gun.
did.
So he hit the back of the gun is called the butt of the gun, and that's
Where you
Or Mrs. C,
Yeah.
instead of writing
rest.
white, you could write you could like circle the W on white.
that's a good idea.
And then write it there.
That's a good idea. That's when now the Patriots came in. And what were they yelling?
Killed him.
Kill him.
Well, we don't.
Are you already done?
I think it's. Oh,
Yeah, I did. Kill him, kill him.
Oh no, I thought you mean like they killed the officers killed the boy.
Oh, no, they were
I don't
yelling.
think they killed him.
No,
Yeah,
they
they
were
were yelling
yelling
too.
like that was wrong of him to hit him and knock him out. He probably knocked him out. Then White is like, uh-oh. So then he called for help, right? I like your idea of doing the W like that.
So the full
Oh.
matter technically is
That's what I
all the
did.
blame belongs to just what you. The conclusion why all the people died is technically for him, because he fought for the dragon, and he hit the guy, so technically all the fault of the whole was to the one man.
because of one man, it was like actually two technically, right?
Yeah, it's in it.
Well, it's
But
kind of
he lost his temper, right? And he got so angry, he just like took it out. It was probably an impulse, we talked about that word earlier.
His fault because he's. But even to go deeper,
Yeah.
deeper, it's probably King George's fault.
The one,
To go real deep.
the one part that is,
Yeah.
I'm not for sure is that the one part like who struck first. Like when who if they shot.
It was the
by
red coat.
accident
It was
or
like,
the-
oh, the
Yeah,
shot.
that was the theory. Like who
Yeah.
shot first?
Yeah. It
That's-
just sounded like it was just a big crazy mob. Like it was loud and stuff was flying and they were yelling and
And you don't know if they were like peaceful,
don't know who actually
like
took the
throwing
first
insults,
shot.
but not throwing. in-
So then he called for help, and now this is where I'm going to go into the climax and resolution. So this is where the climax, remember the mountain peak at the top? And you don't know if he's going to die. Is he going to live? The spiky grass. So he calls for help, right? And so then in comes Captain,
Can I do backup instead of help?
yep,
That was-
Preston, and the soldiers, right? So I'm gonna put, have you ever seen with like that before with a W and a slash?
Yes.
It's a symbol for with,
Yeah.
Yes.
soldiers. Yes, Micah.
There is no, like. There's no solution to that, doesn't.
There, you know what? Oh, good job. So there's no solution, but he lands on the spiky side of the mountain. This is not a happy ending. Right? You don't even have to see
The first one, it's never gonna be the last one.
Yeah, this is like one of the first battles that led, remember they talked about it in the movie or the video, how it led to the Revolutionary War, which is the first big war where a lot of people died.
The first.
It was one of the first, yes,
Well, in America.
in America.
Of course, there's many others, way before it. different-
Well, we talked about the French and Indian War. That was probably the first.
There was probably ones before that when they didn't survive this though.
Which I love this with the French Revolution.
I wonder if Kate went
With Elizabeth.
It's all about around the.
Then the whole wars. That was the discovery of Pam.
Remember at the beginning when we started this class, people are coming over to America and they're like, wow, America's wonderful. Let's claim this land and build a town. Remember that? And everybody's coming. Spanish are coming, the English, the British are coming.
And they were only
The
on,
Pilgrims.
they were only on like this
And they were just
side. And then
enjoying it.
until they started expanding, then it caused more problems because.
Cause then they both wanted the
And
same
it's English,
land, right?
Boston.
That's coming
I actually
next.
learned about that
actually.
in history.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how I was playing about,
All right, did you guys get a chance? So this is when the mob came here, and you can keep going. I want to make sure to at least get this part done. Okay, good. So I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and work on the rest of this at home.
Okay.
Basically the climax and then toward the end of the article. Don't put your stuff away yet though, because we need to turn the page. And there's more stuff in the book to look at. Remember developing the setting and the characters. That's on page 56. And that's basically, like I said earlier, creating a scene or something visual at the beginning. You guys did pretty good at that. There's some examples down here, like earlier I was saying it's so cold, maybe they saw their breath in the air, you know, that would be cool to talk about that. Here's your example. It was a frigid night and the streets were dotted with patches of snow and ice. That's a good way to start it.
This one.
Good. Private White stood erect and alert. That means he was like really tall, like he's like probably nervous and scared. Watching suspiciously, he did not trust the Patriots. In fact, he despised them. All right, let's flip over here. We have a new dress up this week. Straw verbs, and we have bad words. Yes, they're back. They're back. I know I'm sorry, but it's true. All right,
There's a
we're
second.
banning say, said, and go, went. Those are the only two. It's not too bad.
though. It's like the main word in this like sentence. I mean, like this paragraph thing.
Okay.
Wait, what are you doing?
Say saying go.
Wait, can we use a strong verb?
Let me explain for the new people here. Banned words means you can't use these words anymore in your writing for my class.
You can use
Because
descriptive words.
they're not bad words. Obviously, those are also banned, so no bad words. But these words are boring words, right? These words we use a lot. Say, said, and go went. Go ahead and circle it so you can remember that. But here's other ways to say said. They give you examples. Cried, shouted, pleaded. This is page 57. It's gonna be okay, Lily, I promise. Go went is also banned. Here's other ways to say that. Rushed, stumbled, trudged. Those are good words. These are strong verbs. That's why strong verbs is now added to your checklist. Okay, turn the page to 58.
Go. That one.
Go went, not yet, but
I
it's
go.
coming.
Yes, go, you can use, but. don't-
No, you
yeah.
can't use going. Actually, it is on here.
Oh, yeah.
You can't use go or gone or any form of go.
Could you use going or no?
No.
Alright, is this page 58?
This is page 58. You're still gonna use your ly adverb, so you have now strong verb and ly and who which clause. Here's some examples for you. We don't have time to go through them all. And then the vocabulary practice, we should look at that really quick.
Can we use like for the strong verbs dress up? Can we use an ed word? Like
Yeah, you can. That's what you should use, or you can.
explained?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you got it.
Hey, let's
Go to page 322.
Oh,
You should have a post-it there.
Yes.
This is lesson 5. No, wait, is this lesson 5 or 6? This is 6. Lesson 6. We have, and you're gonna pick 2 of these to use. Exactly. You cannot say said, or go went. Yeah,
What goes my?
it's on your checklist too, which we're gonna look at in a second. Confront. To face in hostility or defiance. Confront. Like if you confront someone,
Oh, yeah, I get that.
yeah,
Banning the word no.
I'm not banning, no. Provoke, to anger or to arouse to action or feeling. So if you provoke someone, it's like insulting them, right? You provoke them.
like the boy vote.
The
Yes,
police.
very good.
The police.
It was the soldier. It was the one who was standing guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was officers.
I thought it was 2.
Well,
It is too, because
officers, I think they're saying those interchangeably. I think
the officer was one. And then private, so that's 2 people.
Mhm.
Goes on and on.
But they're saying officers, but they're also soldiers, right? Officers and
Yes.
soldiers are basically the same. Obstinately, firmly holding a purpose or opinion stubbornly. So he was obstinate or obstinately not stopping his insults or something like that. And then indignantly is how you say that one. Indignantly, with strong displeasure or at injustice or insult. Indignantly. Indignant.
Vocabulary words in each one?
2.
But there's only 4.
2 in your whole paper.
I just found the word that's.
In your whole paper. So not each paragraph. You can pick
I
2
did it for
words
each paragraph.
in your whole paper.
I did it for each paragraph.
No, that's like extra. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like I did.
Pick 2 to pick somewhere in the paper, but hold on.
Wait, somewhere in the 3
Them are
paragraphs.
angry and sad and mad.
Wait, somewhere in the 3 paragraphs? Like.
Somewhere in the 3 paragraphs.
So
It
one
doesn't
paragraph
matter.
could not have vocabulary?
Yes, correct. Okay, let's look at your checklist though, really quick. What page is that on? That's on page, hold on, 59.
So close.
Just use this. This is how I grade your homework, you guys. So you need ly, who, which, and strong verb. And then here are your banned words in case you forget. Go went, say said.
No.
Don't use those.
Yay.
Any questions about homework?
It's not into those things.
No, mom.
Nope, all right, you guys, we're done
Wait,
then.
Mrs. C.
Yes.
Wait, I forgot my question.
We are
But you have
done.
to do the style practice.
You don't have to do that, we ran out of
Wait,
time.
Mrs. C.
But
is
you
this
can
strong
use it to help you if you need it to help you with that.
Is the strong verbs on that page?
On the
where-
checklist?
Yeah.
Yes.